6th episode of the KMS News. Today we're going to be talking about sledding,
St. Nick,
basketball,
Christmas trees and decorating,
and Christmas deals.
We hope you enjoy.
Happy St. Nick, KMS! Today we'll be talking about the history of St. Nick,
How other countries celebrate it,
and some unique stocking stuffers to get your friends and family.
St. Nick, known as St. Nicholas, became popular in the end of the 18th century. St. Nick was born in 280 AD in Batar, otherwise known as modern-day Turkey. St. Nick was raised as a Christian, and he believed to give all of his money and belongings to the poor. He dedicated his whole life to serving the sick and suffering.
St. Nick is celebrated in Russia, Germany, and the USA. Russians serve Christmas cakes and sing songs. In Germany, children leave their shoes near the fireplace or door. Most people in the USA hang up stockings above the fireplace for St. Nick to fill on December 5th. We interviewed Luke M. from 8th grade and asked him what his St. Nick traditions are.
I celebrate St. Nick by hanging up a few stockings and putting up a Christmas tree.
And then we asked Luke what he wanted from St. Nick.
Hope St. Nick brings me candy.
Some of the most popular stocking stuffers for girls are candy, money, chapstick, jewelry, and scented products. For boys, it's card games, toy cars, socks, hats, sports supplies, and lots of candy. Some unique ideas are temporary tattoos, ornaments, reusable straws, water bottles, and other beauty products. Olivia Dorn from 7th grade does the German tradition.
Before we go to bed, we put our shoes out on the porch, and then we wake up and we look in our shoes and there's stuff in them.
Happy holidays, KMS! We hope you got something good in your stockings.
Why was the snowman looking through the carrots?
I don't know.
He was picking his nose.
Who delivers presents to cats?
Who?
Santa Claus.
Happy December, KMS. In today's episode, we will be talking about sledding, its history, how it works,
And the best place
It has
to
been
go
around for a long time, but the modern sport of sledding is relatively recent, only being made in the mid to late 19th century.
An Australian student named George Robertson won what is believed to be the world's first international sled race.
He had beaten 19 other competitors from all over Europe and
Did
even
you
the
know
United
that the
States.
fastest someone has gone on a gravity-powered sled is
0.5 miles per hour by Guy Martin on 10th of January 2014.
Have you ever noticed that we only go sledding when there is snow? That's because snow helps to eliminate friction.
Gravity powers the sled down a hill. The big picture physics is simple. Start at some height and then fall to a lower height. Letting gravity accelerate athletes to speeds approaching.
Have you ever heard of runner sleds? These traditional wooden sleds with metal runners are awesome for gliding down your favorite hills. And the ability to steer these sleds is a huge perk.
Sunburst is one of the best places to go sledding. On a survey, one question that we asked was, what is the best place you have gone sledding?
Out of 211 responses, almost 40 people answered Sunburst. Sunburst is a large snow hill next to Kewaskum. It is a great place to go sledding, snowboarding, skiing, and tubing.
It has different costs on different days, so you can very easily find the cost online.
What do you like about Sunburst?
I think what's cool about Sunburst is that they have a lot of different levels of challenge, I should say, to like a beginner type slope all the way up to some advanced, and they got some pretty steep, challenging slopes there.
How many times have you been to Sunburst?
Oh, hundreds. I guess if we count my middle school years, mostly I had a pass to go every weekend, or to go during the winter, I mean, so I went almost every day. So.
Have you ever been to a better snow hill?
Oh, yeah. I went to some bigger hills, like Cascade Mountain is one that's by Portage and Wisconsin Dells. I went to Cascade Mountain quite a few times.
Okay, thanks for the interview.
Yep.
Important to remember to wear a hat, a pair of gloves, some snow pants, and a coat. You don't want to freeze to death. Stay frosty, KMS.
Ah, looks like it's a fake one. Are you real or fake, KMS? With a Christmas tree. Christmas trees are everywhere this time of season. In this segment, we are going to be talking about the pros and the cons of real and fake trees. We even cover a small portion of where you can find these trees. Let's get snowing, KMS. Real Christmas trees can have a very fond and memorable features, but it can also make a mess of your floor everywhere. And I mean everywhere. The pros of having a real tree is that it can really open up that amazing smell of pine in your house. The website treetown.com told us the pros and cons of real trees.
As well as being environmental friendly, picking out a real tree can be something memorable that your family will never forget. Some pros with real trees are that it helps the environment by cutting down CO2 emissions. In fact, it can absorb 1 ton of emissions in its lifetime. Now, the cons of a real tree are that once you chop it down, you will have to water it to keep it alive. And even though the real trees smell very good, the sap can get everywhere from your hands to even your clothes.
Another con to a real Christmas tree is that when you try to put on the lights and ornaments, there's a lot higher chance of the ornaments falling off, and it does take a long time to wrap each branch with lights. A pro to having a fake tree that everyone should know is that these trees can save a ton of money over time. I'm talking hundreds, if not thousands, over multiple years. The pros to having a fake tree can vary, with there being many different options from trees that you can get, from ones with a little fake snow on them to even trees that have lights on them already.
Another pro to having a fake tree is that ornaments and lights are very easy to put on because you can bend the branches in your own way. Also, another pro is that fake trees don't even need water.
We surveyed KMS about real and fake Christmas trees, and with 224 responses, 48.7% said that they like real trees, but the majority of the votes went to fake trees, which was 51.3%.
Miss Kelly said that she likes fake Christmas trees and she got them from Menards, but she hopes that one year that she gets a real Christmas tree.
I hope one year to have a real Christmas tree though.
Some cons are that fake trees don't help the environment, but rather hurt it with its plastic needles. Another one is that 85% of fake trees are made in China, and when transporting those thousands of fake trees to America, it will increase global emissions.
Finally, one more con is that after a period of time, the needles will start to fall off, and the tree will become very bare, almost looking like a dead tree. And you know that amazing smell of pine that comes with real trees? It's not going to be there. Finding a tree is a memorable moment with you and your family. If you're looking for real trees, you can go to Wagner's Tree Farm, Will Creek Tree Company, Homestead Christmas Tree Farm, and Stein's in West Bend.
These farms are always a good time to spend with your family over this holiday. But if you're looking for a fake tree, you can go to Home Depot, Stein's, and many more.
We surveyed KMS again, but about where does your family get your Christmas tree? And with 224 responses, 32.6% was from a tree farm, 37.9% was from a store, 25% was from other, and 4.5% was from the woods.
We interviewed Nathan, and he said that he liked the fake Christmas trees because they're cheaper, and he liked getting them from Menards and Lowe's.
Now that you've learned about both real and fake trees, and their pros and cons, you can decide with your family which one you like better. Keep snowing, KMS. Ho, ho, ho!
Wrong answers only. What's your favorite color? Wrong answers only. What's your favorite animal?
Pumpkins. Only. What's your favorite fruit? Wrong answers only. What's your favorite animal? Wrong answers only. What's your favorite color? Tacos only. What's your favorite football team?
Blue.
Cheese. Seriously.
Wrong answers only.
What's your favorite food?
Cheese.
Why do birds fly south in the winter? It's too far to walk.
Good point. What do you call buying a piano for the holidays?
What?
Christmas chopping.
In this segment, we'll be talking about the history of basketball
How you can get started on your own.
and the 7th and 8th grade records.
Basketball originated in 1891 when a man named James Nasman thought football was too dangerous and thought he could create a sport that was safer.
He started to think of a game to make his idea come true.
He looked around at what he had and he grabbed a basket and a soccer ball.
He got a group of 18 people, 9 for each team, and came up with 13 basic rules.
That is when history began. Ever since, basketball has been a popular sport for all ages.
The game became so popular that some universities started to add it to their sports at their school.
Now here's an update for how the 7th and 8th grade team is doing this year.
The 7th grade team is doing pretty good. Their record is 5-1.
We asked AJ how his experience with his basketball team has been so far.
Oh, we shoot pretty good and pass pretty good, but sometimes our spacing isn't good.
The 8th grade team is really struggling offensively and defensively, and we need to cut back on our turnovers. The 8th grade's record is 0-4.
We interviewed Leo on how he thinks his team is doing.
We need to work on spacing on the court, more passing, ball fakes, and more effort in practice and games.
At this time, you cannot join basketball at our school, but there are many ways to get better, like dribbling, shooting, and passing the ball at a wall.
If you don't have a basketball hoop at your house, you can always go to Kiwanis Park in town.
If you want information or you have any questions, you can ask our 7th or 8th grade coaches or any of the players on the teams.
If you can, come and support our KMS basketball teams.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4:15 and 6:15.
And if you don't play on the KMS basketball teams, make sure to practice at home to get better.
Wow, that was really good.
You should join a team.
But what team?
Maybe we should ask Mr. G about that.
Yeah, Kewaskum High School had a very involved gymnastics program from the late 1970s through the mid 1990s, including a couple state championship appearances. There is the reason why they ended the program is because there was just a lack of interest. There weren't enough girls out for the team, so the school really couldn't justify supporting the team any longer. Would it be possible to start again? Absolutely, but there would have to be a strong participant base, a lot of people interested in the sport, and not just high schoolers and middle schoolers, but younger kids that would be dedicated to continuing that program, and then certainly a coach that would be, dedicated to gymnastics as well.
Wow, Mr. G, that's very interesting. Thank you. Now we're going to talk about the history of gymnastics, different skills and tricks, and the different competitions.
About 2,500 years ago, gymnastics was used to keep up physical and mental health. Gymnastics was originally a men's sport. In ancient Greek, tournaments for gymnastics were held. These tournaments included tumbling, rope climbing, and other activities. gymnastics used to be a way to understand art. The Greeks believed that using physical exercise and intellectual activity was the only way for consistency between the mind and body.
There are many different types of gymnastic tricks, such as a forward and backwards roll, cartwheels, and handstands.
Round-off, front tuck, front pike, round-off, back handspring, front tuck, round-off, back handspring, a back extension roll, and so much more.
I remember I was in 4th grade, and my friend Simran was helping me get my back walkovers during recess. And then I remember trying it at home with the mat that my uncle got me, and I was so happy when I had finally gotten it. And then I would join the gymnastics team because I did gymnastics for about 7 years until age 9 or 10, and I think it'd be super fun.
There are many types of events to compete in for gymnastic competitions. Women's gymnastic events include vault, uneven bars, balance beam, and floor, while men compete in 6 events: floor exercise, pommel horse, still rings, vault, parallel bars, and high bars.
I've been to a lot of competitions, but every year we have about 6 to 8 competitions. It took me about 6 years to get to level 6. Yes.
If you want to learn more about gymnastics and potentially join, feel free to look up in Google YMCA in West Bend or whatever YMCA is closest to you.
I just love Christmas.
Me too. How are you decorating for Christmas this year?
I'm doing buffalo plaid themed. How are you guys?
I'm doing Santa Claus theme.
I'm just doing the original red and green theme.
Have you ever wondered more about Christmas?
We will be telling you about the history of Christmas,
beliefs within it, and traditions people incorporate or wish to.
The people believed in God or religious ones were the ones who decorated for Christmas because it was solely based on Jesus' birth. In the article it said Christmas decorations can be traced back over 2,500 years ago in ancient Rome during a pagan festival called Saturnalia. A pagan is a religious festival. Saturnalia is held in mid-December to celebrate the god of Saturn.
Christmas was created to celebrate the birth of Jesus.
It is to be a clay set with figures that represent Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and the 3 kings. When reading an article, it said after the first nativity scene, the practice became popular all around the world. Also in another article called Christians and Christmas, it said that evergreen symbolized perseverance and resilience to adversity.
My religion, I decorate with a nativity scene.
Some ideas for decorating a tree: you can put an angel or a star at the top of it, or tinsel and ornaments around it. Sydney gave us her thoughts about how she decorates a tree for Christmas.
So we have a Christmas tree. It's a fake tree, and we decorate it with ornaments for fun that represent us, and then we put an angel on top.
Lastly, it's very important to be aware of different traditions and religions of Christmas,
because it may be fun and interesting to learn.
Many people celebrate Christmas in a variety of ways, so always be open to new things.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Brady Ball. Okay, it's 10% off the weight. It looks the same, but nobody will know that you're cheating. That's why it's called the Brady Ball. 10% lighter and off 10% all.
I'd like to buy these. Would you like to hear more about our Christmas deals?
Yes, please.
The start of the modern Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in 1924. The Friday after Thanksgiving has been known as the unofficial start to bustling holiday shopping season. Saturday, December 18th and December 23rd are predicted to be the first and second busiest shopping days.
I go to the Macy Day Parade.
I don't go to the Macy Day Parade.
I'm gonna get my parents.
I'm gonna get my dad barbecue sauce and my stepmom a shirt.
If you want to go Christmas shopping, we have some places for you to go. One of the best places for you to go get presents for your family and friends is Mayfair Mall. It has a bunch of different stores ranging from clothing, shoes, electronics, makeup, sports equipment, and more. It's a bit far away, but it's well.
Some Christmas hotspots are Menards, Target, Mayfair Mall, Amazon, Walmart, Hallmark, Bath & Body Works, Savoring Time, Kris Kringle, Nike, Cabela's, Fears Mall's website said, reveling in the excitement of taking pictures with Santa, reconnecting with family and friends while you shop together, spreading holiday cheer to those in need. The holidays are always special.
All my siblings, like coffee makers, perfumes at Bath and Body Works, and I'm gonna go to Target to get some clothes, and I'm also gonna shop on Amazon, but it's kind of hard to shop for my brother because all he said was sweatpants and sweatshirts.
Christmas deals start on November 29th, which is the day after Cyber Monday. Deals end on the day after Christmas, which is December 26th. Most stores list their things as 50 to 90% off. One store that is listed as one of the best deals is CVS because it has up to 90% off. Walmart is 75% off between December 31st and January 10th. Fleet Farm also has Toyland, so toys are on sale. A lot of kids love going since they can make their list for Santa Claus. Toyland starts on October 15th, so get down there and snatch good deals. Christmas is the spirit of giving without a thought of getting.
I'm gonna get my brother a basketball hoop for his door, my mom some things for the kitchen, and my dad some tools.
Lastly, we hope you stay positive and remember to get gifts for the important people in your family.
Happy holidays, KMS!
How does Christmas Day end?
Not sure.
With the letter Y.
Why couldn't the skeleton go to the Christmas party?
Why?
Because he ain't got nobody to go with.
Checks out.
Thanks for listening.
If you have any stories, email them to Mr. Rhodes or our news team.
See you in the 8th episode.